So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Navamsa video of the week, and this week we're going to be covering our video of Ketu in the 9th house of your Navamsa chart, as in what happens when Ketu, the south node of the moon, is in the 9th house of your D9 Navamsa, which is a divisional chart in Vedic astrology, which is one of the most important charts, which shows the strength of your planets, the second half of your life, your marriage, your inner behavior. So it's pretty much, and it can also be just used as a separate chart itself, including, with even constellations in it. So if you do not know if you have Ketu in the 9th house, what sign it's in, what aspects and conjunction it's receiving, what nakshatra it's in your birth chart, for that check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report under the shop section, including my consultations and link to my academy, Magha Vedic Astrology Academy, where you learn everything regarding Vedic astrology in the easiest manner. So anyway, let's start with Ketu in the 9th house of your D9 Navamsa chart. So when Ketu is in the 9th house, one thing obviously we see is that there are strong possibilities of marriage to be delayed. And at the same time, internally, a person is only looking for a marriage and a unionship that can lead them to their spiritual ashram. One only wants to find that very specific person, which is probably 1 out of 100, who they will feel that connection with. It's very hard to please with a Ketu in the 9th house of Navamsa in terms of winning their heart with relationship or marriage, because they want somebody who understands divinity, who understands God, who understands what the inner powers and working of our body is, whether it's a subtle body or mental body or astral body or our 10 other bodies that are out there in the realm. They really, because this is just from past lives, because of their multi lives that they have lived, most of them which are would be spiritual, they feel like if I'm going to share my life, if I'm going to do something in terms of a ceremonial legal bondage, I need to do it with a person who is going to understand my my religious views, my spiritual views. Those becomes very important. Sure, the sexual part and the chemistry part would be there, but that's not the first thing that they look for. And obviously most of the time, this is a particular person who is an intellectual and they are looking for an intellectual. It actually doesn't even have to be somebody spiritual. It has to be somebody who's intellectual, somebody who is able to stand at a certain academic level with this person, to not understand the world and economy, but to understand everything in a whole. That's what really, drives this person to do well, in their married life. And the other thing we also see with Ketu in the 9th house is a person is not attracted to any organized things. They're not attracted to any organized things, whether it's a committee, whether it's a religious organization, even a spiritual organization. They're not attracted to those things. And usually there is a complete disconnect with either fathers or mentors after marriage. One may even find disconnect with their own guru. Perhaps guru goes away, and now you have to churn the ocean of becoming a self-guru in this life. Maybe that's the contract that you kind of made before you came into this life. So it's a very strong position for a peculiar person, somebody who has a very selective view of who they want to be with. Some people are just like, okay, that person's good looking and that person has the degree and they have a great job. That's it. That's all I care for right now. This person can wait until the age of 40 just to make sure that, hey, are you this specific thing that I'm looking for? Because 9th house of Navamsa of the D9 chart represents the bhagya, meaning the luck, the fortune of the marriage. So because Ketu is there, with its malefic energy, it kind of changes the hormones in a person's body when they're only attracted to a very few people. Maybe this is kind of looking, you can look at this as some punishment from past life karma. But at the same time, this is a particular Ketu that says if I'm going to be finding somebody to search for my fortune, they have to be right. They have to be able to understand what the fortune is. So in a way, it's neither a bad position or a good position. It is something you really have to understand, not just by understanding Ketu, but by looking at the dispositor of Ketu. Because Rahu Ketu will only operate based on the sign placement. So if Ketu is in Aquarius, it's going to behave like Saturn. If Ketu is in Cancer, it's going to behave like Moon. If it's in Libra, it's going to behave like Venus. So look at the placement of Venus. And that will tell you additional as to what Ketu is going to look for and behave like. Maybe this Ketu is not so rigid and not so picky. Maybe because of the fact it's Moon, it becomes a little bit liberal. It is able to behave in a more, subtle manner. But still, they are going to be looking for a certain thing. They are willing to wait. See, here's the thing with Ketu in the ninth house. They're willing to wait for the right thing. Okay? So guys, this was my analysis of Ketu in the ninth house of your D9 Navamsa chart. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss these videos. And if you want to know where your Ketu is placed, all your astrological details, for that, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.